Good morning, Sierra Madre Middle School students. My name is Garrett Newsom, and it is my proud honor and privilege to serve as the principal of Sierra Madre Middle School. Now, if you are one of our returning 7th and 8th graders, you're probably thinking, Mr. Newsom, I already know who you are. However, if you are a new student to Sierra Madre Middle School this year, this may in fact be the very first opportunity you've had to get a chance to see what I look like, especially since every time we get together, we always have to have those darn masks on. This morning, I would like to take the opportunity to share with you some important information about Sierra Madre Middle School that will help to guide you through this very unique school year. First, I would like to share that Sierra Madre Middle School has three core values that guide every single decision that we make. Our first core value is our commitment to academic achievement, and you have already demonstrated this value by your efforts during the COVID-19 pandemic to continue your studies even under the most difficult of circumstances. Our second core value is creative culture, and I remind us all that this is not simply defined by what we create, but instead by how we think creatively and we collaborate together in addressing any problems that we may face. Number three is our core value of safe and nurturing environment. And perhaps this is the most important core value at this time, as we learn how to protect each other from the COVID-19 virus and to keep each other safe. We have three school rules at Sierra Madre Middle School, and these apply to the virtual world as well. We simply ask our students to remember to be safe, to be respectful, and to be responsible. In the category of being safe, it's important to remember to practice social distancing at this time. If you find that you come to campus either to visit the main office or to pick up textbooks, please make certain that you are wearing a mask at all times. And of course, keep washing your hands. In addition, please make certain that you are taking time to support your social and emotional needs. I know that this has been a challenging time for all of our students and families, and believe you me, I've been feeling it as well. It is critical that you take time each day to practice steps that will help you maintain your social and emotional balance during this time. I'd like to remind you as well too that Sierra Madre Middle School has a solid student support team in place to assist our students with any needs that they may have. Ms. Cloushey's office obviously is not open to the public. However, you can contact her by email anytime, and I know that she is there to help answer any questions that you may have. Mr. Joe and Miss Angie are on campus and are waiting anxiously for our arrival during the hybrid model, and they are there to support us in many different ways until we are able to return to campus. Last but not least, I want to remind you that when you enter Sierra Madre Middle School's campus, and that includes our virtual world, that you are entering a no bullying zone. Our policy regarding bullying is this simple. Number one, we do not tolerate bullying. Number two, when we see someone being bullied, we do something to help. Number three, and most importantly, we include everyone. And lastly, when we see that someone is being bullied at school, we make certain to tell an adult at school and also at home. In the category of being respectful, we ask that you remember the following. Make certain to honor your teacher's efforts in providing quality instruction. You need to know just how hard our teachers and staff worked in preparation for the start of the school year. Please remember that they are all still learning our Canvas system and our WebEx communications, and we appreciate your understanding as we continue to improve our instruction. In addition, please remember to respect each other's virtual space during remote learning and to make certain that you are not making any jokes or inappropriate comments that may be offensive to some. Also, make certain to keep your electronic devices stored away during each class time so as not to be a distraction during learning. Please limit your comments in the chat box to the topic that is being discussed. And please turn on your camera during instruction. We realize that some students may have privacy issues in the home that preclude them from doing so, but we'd like to see your faces each day during instruction if possible. In the category of being responsible, there are 5 things that I would like you to remember. First and foremost is that attendance is still being taken on a daily basis. So you need to make certain that you are checking into your live class sessions each and every day in order to be credited. If for some reason you have difficulty logging into your class that day, simply communicate with your teacher via email and they will appropriately credit your attendance for that day. The second thing I want to make sure that you do is that you are monitoring your student emails daily for important information. You'll be receiving emails from teachers and even from myself, so make sure that you are keeping up with your correspondences. Number 3, make certain that you are protecting your textbooks and your belongings, i.e., your Chromebook. At the end of the year, we will be collecting your textbooks back, and we will want to make certain that they are all in good shape and that you do not face any fines at the end of the year. The fourth is to make certain that you arrive to class on time and prepared. I know there have been issues logging into classes so far, but I anticipate that those will diminish over the course of time. Make certain that you are checking into your Canvas pages on a daily basis, whether or not you have class that day, to see if there are any important announcements from your teacher that you need to know about. And lastly, make certain to contact your teacher if you have to miss class for any reason, and then you can get the information that you missed during that session that day. I wanted to share with you that during the course of our remote learning, we are still going to have several student activities to make school fun during this challenging time. We have 3 after-school electives that we are offering this year. Mr. Deb will once again be offering robotics to our 8th graders. Mr. Prado will be having after-school instrumental music for all grade levels, and Miss Emily Clark will have a drama club after school as well for all grade levels. In addition, our service club is returning this year. As you may know, our HOTS helpers volunteered over 3,500 hours of service last year, and there are certainly many opportunities that still exist even during the pandemic. You also saw some information about our newly formed mock trial club, and we're excited to see the results of our students' efforts. We will also be continuing our student council this year, so if you are interested in serving in a student leadership role, please look up for additional information. We have also scheduled several school spirit days throughout the course of the year in order to celebrate our community and to keep us strong and together throughout this time. We will also have several multicultural celebrations throughout the year to celebrate our diversity. And most importantly, we will continue to have our student recognitions, such as our honor roll recognitions, as well as our spotlight recognitions throughout the course of the year. We won't be able to, of course, to have our traditional assemblies, but we will find a special way to recognize our students' efforts. Over the course of the summer, we witnessed a truly historic period in our country's evolution as a powerful movement for racial equality swept across our country. In response to this movement, the Pasadena Unified School District School Board passed Resolution 2566, defining our district's commitment to Black students. I want you to know just how important this resolution is to me personally, and I look forward to working with our students and families to ensure that Sierra Madre Middle School's culture embodies the principles within this resolution. Lastly, I'd like to take a moment just to share with you the importance of taking care of our social and emotional needs. One way that I am able to maintain my balance throughout the course of the day and the week is to keep this simple target in mind. The green zone represents our most perfect state when we are at rest and at peace. But throughout the course of the day, there are certain things that may happen that trigger us out into the yellow zone and even sometimes into the red zone. And those can be things that make us angry, those can be things that make us sad, or things that make us worried. It doesn't matter because once we are triggered into those zones, our brains literally do not work as well as they do when we are within that green zone. Here's what I want you to remember. As human beings, we can't do anything about the fact that we're going to be triggered out into the yellow and red zone. However, what we can control is what we do when we are in those states of mind. So I have a hunch that during the COVID 19 pandemic, most of us have probably been spending way too much time in that yellow zone. And again, I encourage us all to be practicing daily the steps that we need to take in order to ensure that we are in that green zone as much as we possibly can be. Lastly, I want to remind you that my tradition is to always have an open door policy. Students are welcome to stop by anytime, and I always have an ice cold bottle of water in my refrigerator. While I can't provide that same service right now, I want you to know that you can still reach out to me with any questions or concerns that you may have. Several of you already have, and it has really been a joy to be able to support you and communicate with you. My email address is newsome.garrett@pusd.us, and I encourage you to email me at any time. In addition, I will soon be releasing an SMMS Students Canvas page, so look for additional information as well. Have a wonderful rest of your day and definitely make sure that you finish this week strong. Take care.